All right, so last week we finished all the way to slide 10. And if you were able to move on, I let you move on. So you might have even gone to slide 11 or 12. But slide 11 is all about punctuation. You need to rewrite the sentences correctly. So I have, what is your name? My name is Sam. Right now, I don't have any punctuation marks. I don't have any capital letters. You need to fix it here. Same goes for this sentence and this sentence. And down below, I tell you all the punctuation marks that you should have. 8 capital letters, 2 question marks, 3 periods, 1 exclamation mark, and 2 commas. So when you're done, go ahead and check that. On the next slide, again, you are rewriting and correcting the sentences, but we're focusing on quotations. What are quotation marks? Devlin?
Quotation marks show that there's dialogue.
Yeah, there's dialogue. So we're showing when someone is talking. So my example here, you are the best, said Sarah. The quotation marks are around you are the best because that's what's being said out loud. Before you close your quotation mark, you have to have that comma, okay? The period comes at the end after said Sarah. So you're going to rewrite these 2 sentences just like that. 13, same thing, but you can also have a sentence that starts like this. Jen said, with a comma, and then what's actually being said has the quotation marks. Thank you. And now this time the period goes inside the quotation marks. All right, next slide, 14. So I have some red squiggly lines. These words are not spelled correctly. So this is just one way that you can fix spelling very quickly. If I see a red squiggly line, I can move my cursor right over it, and I can right-click with my mouse, and then a window pops open, and it says, did you mean click? Yeah, that's what I meant. Now, if I click on it, okay, it automatically fixed it, and I don't have any red squigglies anymore. You will do that for the rest of them. There is another way for you to fix your spelling too. Okay, if I go up to Tools, Spelling, Spell Check. So let's try it. Tools, Spelling, Spell Check. Yours might say Spelling and Grammar just because of a Google update, but right now mine doesn't. It just says Spelling. It's the same thing. So now I have some suggestions. Did you mean to change this to words and it's spelled correctly? Yep, change. Yep, underline, change. Okay. I'm writing, don't, attention. Yeah, we're fixing them all. Perfect. Okay, no more. I just press X. Next slide. Okay, so like I said, there's been a few Google updates, and I'm a little outdated on my actual assignment. The button is no longer called Research. It's actually called Explore. So if I go up to Tools, instead of Research, it's called Explore. So right here in my example, Tools, it would just be Explore this time. I have to take some new screenshots and put them in. So this page, you're not doing anything. I'm just showing you about the research tool. Okay. Same with this page. I'm just explaining a little bit more. We're not doing on anything on slide 16 or 17. But on slide 18, you actually get to do some of the research yourself. You get to choose any animal to research, and you have to type it here. And then you need to find a fact about them, a fun fact, and type it up here. So I'm going to go up to Tools and Explore, and I'm going to research red pandas. Let it load. Okay, here's some information about red pandas. Now, this is just a Google search. Okay, so if I click on this, because nationalzoo.edu, that seems like a really vested website, something safe I can use. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and a new window opens. How many windows do I have open now?
4.
Yep, 4. Okay, so I can go ahead and read on, and I'm going to find a fun fact. I'm reading my article. Okay, this is something I really want to say. So you're also practicing the copy and paste skill. To copy, it's Control C. I go back over to my slide, get rid of type here, and I'm going to paste. And then I can change the font, the size, and the color, of course. And I would have to type in Red Panda. Okay. Now, on the next slide, 19, you are inserting a picture of the animal that you are researching. So I don't have to really do much. Right over here to the right-hand side, instead of going to the web, what I was on, you're going to go over to images. I'm going to click on my image that I would like, and then I say insert. And I'm going to make it fit, of course, only dragging from a corner dot, not from the top and not from the side. We don't want to distort the image. Okay, on slide 20, rotate an image. Watch and learn. I'm watching this little video. When I click on something, it will have a hanging dot and I can turn. My direction is go back to the previous slide and practice rotating the image. Okay, click. Oh, there's the hanging dot. I'm going to click, hold it down, and I am going to turn it. I'm going to leave it turned so I can show Miss Miola that I did that. And then when I'm done with it, I put an X there. Next slide. Okay, this is pretty neat, but it's a little bit different than here. You need to go up to Insert, Video, and then you can find a video of the animal that you researched. So if I typed in Red Panda there, I would go ahead and select one. It has the blue rectangle around it and say Select. And then I can move it anywhere I want on my page and make it a little bit smaller, make it fit. Okay, next slide. Practicing copy and paste. This is where it gets a little bit harder because I am trying to copy and paste an entire text box. I don't want to just highlight and copy and paste because I don't have a text box right here. I'm clicking, there's nothing there. And I don't want to insert one. I actually want to click, and I'm going to move this over. Do you see the blue line around it? Okay, so I want to make sure I don't have a blinking cursor. I click on the blue line and I do Control C and then Control V, and then I can use my arrows and move it over. If something happens that's not supposed to happen, like I accidentally do that, okay, where I had my blinking cursor and I did Control C, Control V, and it just messed up, I'm going to use the undo button until it looks back to normal and then try again. And then I can move it over. Same with the star. Control C, Control V, and move it over. Okay. Continuing on. Slide 24. We're going to do a little bit more research, but we're going to look up a definition of the animal that you are researching. So if you go to Tools, Dictionary, so right now look up here. It actually is looking in a dictionary, and I'm going to look up Red Panda. Awesome. It tells me exactly what it is. A raccoon-like mammal with thick reddish brown fur and a bushy tail. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this. I don't need to know that it's a noun and the plural noun. Just down here. And I'm going to copy and paste my definition here. And of course, I can make it a little bit bigger. I could change the font if I wanted to. All right, next slide. A little bit easier way to look up a definition so you don't have to go up to Tools, Dictionary. So I have an example here. I'm going to click on this word, and just like this little video, I'm looking. I'm going to go ahead and right-click with my mouse, and it says Define. So if I click on that, the side window pops open, and it actually looks up right from the dictionary. So I don't need all of this jargon. I want to copy just the definition, and I want to paste. Okay. All right, so we are actually going to stop at slide 25. And once you're done with that, you will go on to a digital diary or digital passport or typing.com, and you may play the typing.com games.